Hello and a very warm welcome. Thanks for tuning into News 9 Live. I'm Kabir Naqvi. You're joining on a special broadcast of top stories that you might have missed out on during the day. And we have a latest information, a developing story for you, ladies and gentlemen. Enforcement Directorate has arrested Aam Aadmi Party leader and Rajya Sabha Member of Parliament Sanjay Singh. The Enforcement Directorate carried out raids at his house this very morning as part of a money laundering investigation connected to the now scrapped Delhi liquor policy case. Former Delhi Minister and senior Aam Aadmi Party leader Manish Sisodia is already in jail for the past several months for his alleged involvement in the money laundering case linked to the Delhi liquor policy. Now, the excise policy case was filed in connection with the Delhi government's liquor policy of 2021, which was later scrapped. As per the CBI, liquor companies were involved in the framing of the excise policy on liquor and had paid kickbacks to have a policy made in their favor. Now, the CBI contends that the policy would have led to a 12% profit for the liquor companies. But before we get into the nitty-gritties of what exactly the scam was all about, the latest development: Enforcement Directorate has arrested Aam Aadmi Party leader and Rajya Sabha MP Sanjay Singh. Joining me here in the studio is my colleague and political editor Brijesh Pandey. Brijesh, the question that everybody is asking ever since the news broke: what next? You've got Manish Sisodia. You already have the jail minister and education minister Satyendra Jain, who's already behind bars. Manish Sisodia, now Sanjay Singh.
Well, I think, it's a big political development, and I think the writing is clear on the wall as far as Aam Aadmi Party is concerned about the intention of Enforcement Directorate. This is a massive development that Sanjay Singh, Rajya Sabha MP, has been arrested by Enforcement Directorate after around 10 hours of questioning. What is interesting is, Kabir, that in today's today, when the matter was listed for bail of Manish Sisodia, who is also behind bars for the same scam, the Supreme Court went on to ask the ED that, what do you have to say about the fact that you're talking about the proceed of crimes going towards one political party, then why have you not named that political party in the charge sheet? So that made for a very interesting observation which came from Apex Court. And I think going by the way entire thing is panning out, I think anybody and everybody whose name is there in the charge sheet or whose name has been taken by the approvers, they will be subjected to intense questioning. Of course, Aam Aadmi Party is calling it a political witch hunt. Arvind Kejriwal went on to say that that Sanjay Singh is a person who signifies virtue, who is very honest, and this is nothing but a political retaliation or a political drama which is going on at the behest of Bharatiya Janata Party. But politics apart, I think this has taken the politics of Delhi to another level altogether. With the arrest of Sanjay Singh, I think 3 senior Aam Aadmi Party members, people who were associated with formation of Aam Aadmi Party, 2 ministers and Sanjay Singh, who is a Rajya Sabha MP, now they all have been arrested by Enforcement Directorate.
Sanjay Singh, somebody who's renowned for his dharnas and protests inside the parliament premises. For the longest time, people said that he's not even going back home. He's staying at the Mahatma Gandhi statue at the parliament premises. Now that big Aam Aadmi Party voice is going to be missing, from everyday politics. But the approver angle that Brijesh you spoke about, only yesterday we got news that Sisodia's son, Manish Sisodia's aide, beg your pardon, has turned an improver. Somebody from the YSRCP, a leader, their son has turned an improver, and the Delhi High Court has given a nod for that. After which these developments have come to the fore.
I think what, after these 2 gentlemen, Dinesh Arora and one more person turning as approver, this has made the situation very difficult for Aam Aadmi Party. Sanjay Singh's name was not there earlier in any of the charge sheet, but the approver, Dinesh Arora, who runs a hotel in Delhi, what Enforcement Directorate is saying is that he has confessed before the police that it was Sanjay Singh who had introduced. This is as per Enforcement Directorate. I just would want to clarify this. As per Enforcement Directorate, they're saying that Dinesh Arora has admitted that it was Sanjay Singh who had introduced Dinesh Arora to Manish Sisodia, and as per a newspaper, there's a purported call which is between Dinesh Singh and Dinesh Arora and Sanjay Singh, where talk about how elections have come near and some sort of money is required for that is there. So I don't know how much money has been recovered by the Enforcement Directorate as far as this particular arrest is concerned, but definitely it will raise the heckles of Aam Aadmi Party, because now almost everybody will be arrested as far as this liquor scam
These
is
are
concerned.
protests that are taking shape right outside Sanjay Singh's residence, Brijesh, just to tell the viewers. The Aam Aadmi Party has been quick to stage their protests. But at the same time, it's no news that tomorrow onwards, you can expect back-to-back marathon of press conferences by the Bharatiya Janata Party against the Aam Aadmi Party, again, coming down heavily on the latest developments in the liquor policy case.
Well, absolutely. And I think, the Aam Aadmi Party will also resort to a massive protest and, will try to take on BJP because, their politics revolves around the fact that, they say that we are creation of making politics clean, making politics virtuous. But the fact of the matter is that, with the fact that Satyen Jain has been behind bars for such a long time, Manish Sisodia behind bars from February and October, Sanjay Singh being arrested, the future, the immediate future.
Kejriwal is already, taken to the microblogging website saying that it could be any time that I could be arrested.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying, that, that in next, week or so is going to be very, very exciting as far as, Aam Aadmi Party is concerned. And it will be very interesting to see if this stops here or it stops, or it goes right up to Arvind Kejriwal. Interesting thing which has come in is that, businessman Dinesh Arora, I would like to tell our viewers that, who has turned approver in the case had alleged, as I was just telling you that, Sanjay Singh introduced him to Manish Sisodia. The former deputy was the excise minister at that time, but he was never named as an accused by the ED, which had filed 3 charge sheets in the case. He was neither summoned nor was his statement recorded in this connection, though the contents of the charge sheet made references to him. Sanjay Singh has already responded to the allegation. He has written a letter to the finance ministry, finance secretary, claiming that ED director and assistant director had wrongly quoted. You remember that there was a massive furor about which the ED called typo, and Sanjay Singh had said that it's a hint of what is going to happen to him in future. So basically, I think after Dinesh Aroda and YSRCP MP Magunta, Reddy's son Raghav Magunta, Manguta, turning approver, they have pointed the finger towards Sanjay Singh, and that is the reason why this arrest has taken place. I guess Enforcement Directorate in some time now, once they confirm the arrest, they will release a statement about what exactly led to the arrest of Sanjay Singh.
Absolutely. And in terms of the arrest, in September last year, the CBI arrested Vijay Nair, who's the former CEO of an event management firm who had links to the Aam Aadmi Party. CBI's second arrest in the case was Abhishek Boinpalli, a director with Robin Distilleries. He was allegedly lobbying for some businessmen. In November 2022, Sarath Reddy of Aurobindo Pharma and Binoy Babu, an executive of liquor giant Pernod Ricard, were arrested by the Enforcement Directorate. In February, the CBI arrested Bucci Babu, the former chartered accountant of Miss Kavita, for allegedly acting on behalf of the so-called South Group. Kavita, again, MLC, K. Chandrasekhar Rao's daughter, also in the fray over here, Brijesh. But, the larger context that Aam Aadmi Party takes credit for the fact that, they're the harbingers of culling out corruption, they're the harbingers of, good politics and actual great governance. Look at their mohalla clinics, look at their schools. Their credibility has been taking a hit ever since the Delhi liquor policy came out.
Well, Kabir, I have a slightly different take on that because, Aam Aadmi Party has been given their size, but their and also given their ambition has always been a kind of guerrilla fighting unit. They have been very acerbic. They do and then they calibrate and then they recalibrate their situation in a jiffy. So which makes them very unpredictable and they are very nimble-footed. We have seen the way they have taken on Prime Minister. If you remember, one time went on to the extent of calling him a psychopath and then dialing back down when they saw that this is not yielding them electoral result. So they're very smart that way. And I think there's only one situation which can tell you for sure whether it has dented their credibility, and that is elections. And till now, I think no election has shown that their credibility has dipped. Even when the MCD elections were being held in Delhi, at that point of time, Manish Sisodia was behind bars. Satyen Jain's video had leaked, and Satyen Jain videos had then leaked. And there were talk, and people thought that it would dent Aam Aadmi Party, but it did not dent them electorally. So I mean, they have a very committed cadre, they have a very committed vote bank. But yes, it will definitely raise heckles of their leaders, senior leaders, because now it can stop at anybody, so anybody who has been named by this approvers or in this
right.
chances of are that they will be arrested. One another interesting development has taken place, Kabir, today. I would like to remind our viewers is that Sukesh Chandra Shekhar,
right.
who's behind bars for various financial crimes and all.
Right.
He has once again shot off a letter to the Lieutenant Governor saying that ever since he has taken name of Sanjay Singh and Arvind Kejriwal, his lawyer is getting threats. So the Lieutenant Governor today has ordered inquiry into that as well. So I mean, administratively, if I may, so not electorally, administratively the things doesn't look that good as far as Aam Aadmi Party is concerned.
It only seems like the rot is widening, and it also seems like this is the first time the Aam Aadmi Party, with its novice tenure, is facing something like this. It's now going to be a question of who next. You've got so many other ministers. You've got Raghav Chadda, you've got Atishi Marlena, and I mean, we're not here saying that they were involved, but everybody is going. This question is going to be lingering on everybody's minds.
Absolutely, absolutely. See, as I said, now is the question of who next, and who next means anybody who has either been named by these approvers, or is their connection which directly, indirectly indicts them, or even if there is a tenuous claim which relates to that individual, chances are that today, tomorrow, day after, they will be picked up for interrogation, and God knows, I mean, they can be arrested as well. So anybody who has their connection, this is a very interesting poster, which was a banner which was being put out outside Sanjay Singh's office today. Right. That Fakkad house mein ED ka swagat hai. But I think politically it is not going to dent. Kabir, I still I will say that politically it is not going to dent.
Which is what I was coming
because
to.
Because there's one more thing that ED has now been politicized to a level where now it is not like that you see ED as something it's like Caesar's wife above suspicion. So there have been a lot of talks about how CD is being used only against opposition parties and anybody who shifts to the BJP. So there have been a lot of political theories which are doing the round. That is the reason why I don't see Aam Aadmi Party suffering politically. Administratively, like in this investigation wise, they may be arrested and put behind bars. But I mean, till now, if you say, I don't see them suffering politically.
The political psyche of all the Aam Aadmi Party supporters today, I mean, I'm sure most of them would be thinking that, hey, look, we've got our top 3 people that are now behind the bars. But like you suggested, that with their numbers, with the numbers that they have and the ambitions that they have for their future as well, if everybody is going to go behind the bars, who's going to run the party?
Well, Kabir, I won't come to this, I mean, I won't assess this as drastically as you are saying. But yes, there will be, a degree of concern in the senior leadership of the Aam Aadmi Party where, you never know who's going to be arrested next and, how you're going to run the party and all. Now, Aam Aadmi Party has government in Punjab as well. So, running the party won't be that big a deal or a problem for Aam Aadmi Party. But definitely there will be a degree of apprehension as far as Aam Aadmi Party leaders and supporters are concerned. But then, then Arvind Kejriwal's politics has always been very combative. And the combat level is always reflected on the road. So I don't see Aam Aadmi Party beating a hasty retreat. I think they will fight to the end because now there's no other option left for them. If you want me to say this, that now there is this has become their kind of fait accompli, that you either fight or perish, but you can't run away.
Yeah, it's like one of those poker games where they have to go all in.
Oh, absolutely.
They've been pushed to go all in.
They always go all in. This time they are also not left with any other alternative but to go all in.
Interestingly, I hate to use this word, but it's sort of a double whammy because not everything is well in Punjab politics as well. With the Congress and Aam Aadmi Party's tussle in that particular state. In Delhi, you've got the liquor policy. All of this in the run-up to the 2024 polls. But you're of the opinion that this is not going to dent their political ambition.
I would say that if you take 2024 and also the assembly election, one thing is very clear that 2024 is a different ball game altogether. In assembly election, it is the Aam Aadmi Party who virtually decimates the BJP. But when it comes to general election, which is Lok Sabha election, the popularity of the Prime Minister is such that they in turn decimate the Aam Aadmi Party, and they have done it twice. Right. So they have defeated them 7-0, 7-0 as Aam Aadmi Party had done it in the assembly election and the MCD election. So I think, BJP is not that much worried, but Aam Aadmi Party, and there have been a couple of surveys which have been aired by private TV channels and all. This time they said that if the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party, they get together, they are looking at something like 0 to 2 seats. So I think it'll be very, very interesting to see, how it moves forward.
Absolutely. Certainly. Those cogwheels have started moving. Sanjay Singh, ladies and gentlemen, has been arrested by the Enforcement Directorate. A statement by the central agency is expected soon. In the meantime, listen in to what the Delhi Chief Minister and Aam Aadmi Party's national convener Arvind Kejriwal had to say, and also Rajya Sabha Member of Parliament Raghav Chadha, his reaction.
ये पिछले एक साल से हम लोग देख रहे हैं कि तथाकथित शराब घोटाला इन्होंने शोर कर रखा है। अभी तक एक भी पैसा कहीं इनको मिला नहीं। इतनी बताते हैं 1000 से ज्यादा रेड हो चुकी, इतने लोगों को गिरफ्तार कर चुके, कहीं कोई रिकवरी नहीं हुई है। जैसा कि मैं पहले भी कह चुका हूं, हमारे खिलाफ इन्होंने इतने आरोप लगाए। कभी बोले कि स्कूलों में क्लासरूम घोटाला हो गया, कभी बोले कि बसों में घोटाला हो गया, बसों की खरीद में घोटाला हो गया, कभी बोले कि सड़कों में घोटाला हो गया, कभी बोले बिजली में घोटाला हो गया, कभी बोले पानी में घोटाला हो गया। हर चीज में इन्होंने इतनी जांच करा ली। ये शराब घोटाला, तथाकथित शराब घोटाले का भी पिछले एक साल से जांच चल रही है, अभी तक तो कुछ मिला नहीं है। तो संजय सिंह के यहाँ भी कुछ नहीं मिलने वाला। बाकी चुनाव आ रहे हैं और 2024 के चुनाव में इन लोगों को लगता है कि ये लोग हारने वाले हैं, तो एक हारते हुए आदमी के आखिरी डेस्परेट कोशिशें नजर आ रही है। ये जो सब चल रहा है, कल पत्रकारों के ऊपर हुआ, आज संजय सिंह के ऊपर हुआ, अभी देखो चुनाव तक कईयों के ऊपर होंगे, हो सकता है आपके ऊपर भी हो जाए। उम्मीद है मनीष सिसोदिया के साथ करोड़ों लोगों की दुआएं हैं, करोड़ों बच्चों की दुआएं हैं, करोड़ों पेरेंट्स की दुआएं हैं, तो हमें पूरी उम्मीद है कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट से न्याय होगा।
करीब पिछले 15 महीनों से भारतीय जनता पार्टी एक तथाकथित शराब घोटाले की आड़ में हम पर आरोप लगाती है और पिछले 15 महीनों में 1000 जगहों पर इन्फोर्समेंट डायरेक्टरेट द्वारा रेडें करवाती है, सीबीआई द्वारा रेडें करवाती है। कई 100 अफसर इस पूरी तथाकथित जांच में लगे हुए हैं, लेकिन 15 महीने बिताने के बाद, कई लोगों को अरेस्ट करने के बाद, जांच की आड़ में अरेस्ट करने के बाद, 1000 जगहों पर रेड करने के बाद, इस पूरी जांच में आज तक किसी एजेंसी को एक फूटी कौड़ी नहीं मिली, एक नया पैसा नहीं मिला। अगर कोई घोटाला होता तो पता नहीं कितने हजारों करोड़ों रुपए बरामद होते, कितनी संपत्ति, सोना चांदी, जेवरात, गाड़ियां, बंगले, फार्म हाउस, जमीनें, कितनी संपत्ति बरामद होती जो अक्सर घोटालों में होती है, नजर आता है। लेकिन ये अजीब सा आरोप है भाजपा का, जिसमें इन लोगों ने 15 महीने बर्बाद कर दिए, 1000 जगहों पर रेडें करी, न जाने कितने अफसर इसमें लगे, लेकिन एक नया पैसा, एक फूटी कौड़ी आज तक बरामद नहीं हुई। ये दिखाता है कि ये घोटाला नहीं, ये कोई अनियमितताओं का केस नहीं, राजनीति से प्रेरित भारतीय जनता पार्टी जो 2024 के चुनाव हारने जा रही है, उस हार को सामने देख डरी हुई है, घबराई हुई है।
Ladies and gentlemen, we're tracking the latest developments. Aam Aadmi Party Member of Parliament for the Rajya Sabha, Sanjay Singh, has been arrested by the Enforcement Directorate, making him the third top leader of the Aam Aadmi Party after Satyendra Jain and Manish Sisodia to be arrested by the Enforcement Directorate. His particular arrest in the liquor policy case, which was scrapped back in 2021. Brijesh, at the same time, you've got the Bharatiya Janata Party that's protesting. It protested all throughout the day outside Sanjay Singh's residence, outside the office in the national capital. The Bharatiya Janata Party stand and how they are now targeting the Aam Aadmi Party. And it seems like they have all the arsenal that they need.
Oh, absolutely. And I think, for the first time, they have gotten hold of something very concrete. As per the Bharatiya Janata Party, they have gotten hold of something very concrete to go to the audience, to go to the people of Delhi and say that, this is the person you have been voting for. This is the person who claimed that, that he practices clean politics. This is the person who says that he's going to change everything and will bring around a politics of probity, politics of, honesty. And look what he is doing. That their 2 ministers are behind bars. Their third Rajya Sabha MP has just been arrested. So I think BJP is if they are able to utilize this particular occasion, I think it gives them a very good chance of making a comeback as far as the MCD election is concerned, or even the assembly election is concerned. They can build the momentum to tar one image of Arvind Kejriwal or Aam Aadmi Party, which they have so assiduously created right from Anna Hazare Day, that we are imandar. We are honest politicians. We practice politics of honesty, and we are going to change everything, and all other political parties are corrupt. I think this gives BJP a good chance to counter all those narratives of Aam Aadmi Party.
And by the time the next election cycle comes in, such a message may seep into the public psyche, and it might end up helping the Bharatiya Janata Party. But in terms of how much are these ministers missed, let's analyze that. You've got Satyendra Jain, who went behind bars, and like you pointed out, those videos came out to much amusement of all the people, what those videos actually were. Not a lot of dent in terms of voting. The same goes for Manish Sisodia. I just want to know, what's your opinion on it? Manish Sisodia ko aakhirkar kitna miss kiya Aam Aadmi Party ne? He's been behind bars for the longest time now. The only picture you see of him is him smiling when he's crossing the lobbies of the Rouse Avenue court. But is he being missed on the ground level?
Well, I think, he's a senior level, and he would definitely be missed in the government and administration. Because, when you're the chief minister, you need your trusted people to man or to front the important position, important ministries, important portfolios. That way, Manish Sisodia must definitely be missed by Arvind Kejriwal and others. But, to be very honest, it's like, the BJP, where you have 50 leaders, but there's one person who makes all the difference. He is the catalyst which takes the BJP's fortune to another, that is Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Exact same case is with Aam Aadmi Party. There's one politician who changes the fortune of Aam Aadmi Party, though everybody plays their role. I'm not saying that they don't play any role at all, but one person who acts as a catalyst, as Narendra Modi does for the BJP, is Arvind Kejriwal for the Aam Aadmi Party. So that is the reason why I keep on saying that politically they are yet to be dented the way a BJP or other parties would feel so. But yes, administratively, Arvind Kejriwal must definitely be missing, because these Manish Sisodia, Satyendra Jain, these are trusted lieutenants of Arvind Kejriwal. You require those experienced hands in running the government. You require these experienced hands in ensuring that whatever poll promises you have made to the electorate, it gets to it gets delivered.
Right.
So that missing must be there. But if you ask me, are they going to make a difference to Aam Aadmi Party's electoral fortune? I don't think so.
And what about somebody like Sanjay Singh? Because I personally feel that he's been spearheading all these press conferences. He never minces his words. The minute BJP throws a press conference, the first person to react is Aam Aadmi Party leader Sanjay Singh. In the parliament also, like I reiterated earlier, he's been at the forefront of all these overnight protests, overnight dharnas and sit-ins. He's the face for the Aam Aadmi Party's protest. If there is an INDIA bloc's protest, Sanjay Singh is the representative for the Aam Aadmi Party.
Absolutely. That is what I'm saying, that they will be missed in the sense that, when you want somebody to front the media, when you want somebody to articulate your party's position, Arvind Kejriwal can't be doing every single time. So for that you require people, and Sanjay Singh was a perfect fit, for somebody who would be always very combative, who would be very dogged in his approach as far as, talking about BJP or BJP's, relationship with industrialists and so on and so forth. So he has been pretty aggressive and pretty dogged when it comes to it. He's a trusted lieutenant of Arvind Kejriwal, part of the inner coterie, if I may say so, of Aam Aadmi Party. So definitely he'll be missed. Definitely it's a setback, 100% it's a setback for Aam Aadmi Party.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we also have been told that there were protests that were going on outside Sanjay Singh's residence by the Bharatiya Janata Party. Some reactions coming across from the Bharatiya Janata Party. Listen in to what their spokesperson had to say over the ED questioning of Sanjay Singh, amid which we've all surprisingly learned that he has been arrested, the third top leader of the Aam Aadmi Party, who is now going to be behind bars. A statement by the central agency expected soon. Meanwhile, listen in to what the Bharatiya Janata Party spokespersons had to say.
जो कि कट्टर ईमानदार का सर्टिफिकेट बांटती थी, आज उनकी हालत ये हो गई है कि वो घबराए हुए हैं कि जो शराब घोटाले के किंगपिन हैं वो भी कहीं जेल की सलाखों के पीछे ना हो। किंगपिन मतलब पापी अरविंद केजरीवाल। एक प्रेस वार्ता कल करी गई। ये पापी आपके नेता संजय सिंह जी ने करी थी। संजय सिंह जी ने जो बातें कही तो ऐसा प्रतीत हुआ कि अरविंद केजरीवाल जी घबराए हुए कह रहे हैं, मुझे बचा लो संजय, मुझे जेल नहीं जाना है। मनीष सिसोदिया जिनको कट्टर ईमानदार बताते थे, वो कट्टर बेईमान निकले। 6 महीने हो गए, 6 महीने कट्टर बेईमान पापी मनीष सिसोदिया जो उप मुख्यमंत्री थे, उनकी बेल नहीं हो पाई है।
मनीष सिसोदिया साल भर से जेल में, कोर्ट कह रही इनको बेल नहीं मिल सकता क्योंकि इनके दोष हैं, और अरविंद केजरीवाल इन दोषियों को तरह तरह से बचाने में लगे हैं और दिल्ली का विकास ध्वस्त हुआ है। हम सड़कों पे हैं। अरविंद केजरीवाल, आप मास्टरमाइंड हो इन अपराधियों के, भ्रष्टाचारियों के। आप इस्तीफा दो ताकि हम दिल्ली के विकास कार्य को चला सकें। आप दिल्ली की गलियों में चलिए, पानी के लिए त्राहि त्राहि, गंदे पानी से त्राहि त्राहि, टूटी हुई गलियां हैं, टूटी हुई सड़कें हैं, और इसके बाद ये सिर्फ भ्रष्टाचार को हवा दे करके एंजॉय कर रहे हैं। हम उनका इस्तीफा मांगने आए हैं। यहाँ आए तो पता चला कि संजय सिंह का नया एक जिन्न निकल गया। और कौन निकला है? जो लोग पहले से आरोपी हैं, इन्हीं के टीम के लोग, वो कह रहे हैं कि सर हम बता रहे हैं कि पैसा कैसे गया, किसके मार्फत गया, कहां।
Well, all right then. And at the same time, Brijesh, it's interesting to note that, you spoke about Manish Sisodia, and the Supreme Court has asked the Enforcement Directorate to list Aam Aadmi Party as an accused in this particular
No,
case.
they have asked. Why has it not been?
Why?
They have not asked the ED to name them. What they have asked is that since ED is talking about how the proceeds, the economic proceeds
If it was
of this crime went to a political party, then again you say that it proceeds of the crime went to a political party, then why have you not named that political party in the charge sheet? That is the question which the ED, with this apex court, has asked the Enforcement Directorate, and have asked Enforcement Directorate to give a reply to it tomorrow. So I think tomorrow they will have to reply to this as the reason why they haven't mentioned Aam Aadmi.
A lot of question marks that are being raised on the central agencies, and we must talk about that as well. You're saying the Supreme Court is asking the Enforcement Directorate, why haven't you named so? All the other people, and especially youngsters that I'm in touch with, don't really feel that there is a lot of credibility left with the central agencies. I mean, you've got the opposition netas, of course, they'll come out with their placards saying that these are anti-India agencies, these are pro-BJP agencies. But reality on the ground, लोगों को अब विश्वास नहीं रह गया है इन सब एजेंसीज में। क्या इस तरीके का ओपिनियन, is this opinion being promulgated?
No. To a certain degree, yes, because almost all the opposition political parties who are outside the NDA domain and who are political rivals to the BJP, they have been making these charges, and there have been certain stats which has come out which doesn't really cover ED in glory, in the sense that that the majority of the targets of the Enforcement Directorate is people who are in the opposition camp. So I honestly don't see. That is the reason why, Kabir, the first time when you asked me, I said that politically it is not going to impact the Aam Aadmi Party, because they have been able to convince, the people you are talking about, majority of the people they have been able to convince is that what is happening is a political witch hunt. And that is the reason why, once your voter believes that you are being wronged, they never desert you. Once the voter gets this, or a seed of suspicion is sowed in his mind that, they're talking about being honest, they're talking about being this and that, and somehow, something is not adding up, he will never stand with you. So them not losing, I honestly, electorally, they are not losing any sleep. But the fact that, the top three of their leaders, vocal, pugnacious, inner coterie of Arvind Kejriwal, now behind bars, makes the situation a bit bleak as far as Aam Aadmi Party top leadership is concerned.
Lot of urban voters in the national capital, Brijesh, and having a candid discussion with one of my colleagues in the newsroom earlier, talking about the latest Ujjwala scheme and the changes in the LPG pricing, for the poor. A lot of people saying that the English consumer, the English news consumer, the urban voter isn't really bothered about the Ujjwala scheme per se. That's what many people are saying. Do you think something like this is going to come and impact the urban voter in the national capital?
I see, honestly speaking, urban voters don't constitute that political heft or as a homogeneous group which can make or mar any party's political front.
Right.
That is the reason why most of the political parties are not that overtly concerned about what the urban voters think about it. So I honestly don't think that BJP will be worried or Aam Aadmi Party will be worried about what the urban voters are thinking. Most of the time they attribute that the lesser number of percentage of votes polled is because there's most of these urban voters, when it comes on the day of voting, they take a day off and go to some other destination, hill destination, rather than staying put and voting. So I don't think any party is overtly concerned about the perception or whatever.
We're still waiting on that official statement by the Enforcement Directorate. Sanjay Singh has been arrested. Meanwhile, reactions coming across from party lines, from the Congress party as well. Listen in.
कांग्रेस किसी इरेगुलरिटी को सपोर्ट नहीं करती है. जो शराब घोटाले में दोषी हैं उनके खिलाफ कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए, लेकिन एजेंसीज का
Visuals of the arrest, ladies and gentlemen. Apologies for cutting that reaction short. These are the visuals that you're seeing outside Sanjay Singh's residence. Huge police presence. Brijesh, what do you make out of these live visuals that we're telecasting?
Well, I mean, it's an obvious thing, because the fact of the matter is that as soon as the report came that this is Somnath Bharti, he has reached there. I think
देश में अनडिक्लेयर्ड इमरजेंसी है, इमरजेंसी का आगाज हो चुका है. भाजपा 2024 का चुनाव हार रही है, इंडिया की जीत हो रही है, उसी का फ्रस्ट्रेशन है ये. संजय सिंह जी के खिलाफ, सिसोदिया जी के खिलाफ एक धेले का सबूत नहीं, एक पैसे का मनी ट्रेल नहीं है. ये इकलौता केस है जहां ये देखा गया कि 4 आदमी को अरेस्ट कर लो और उसी में से एक को बोलो तू अप्रूवर बन जा, एन केन प्राकरण सबका नाम लेने लग और हम काम कर लेंगे. देखिए, परेशानी की बात कुछ नहीं है. हमारा जीवन संघर्ष से हुआ, संघर्ष करेंगे, सड़क पे भी करेंगे, कोर्ट में भी करेंगे, पार्लियामेंट में भी करेंगे, संघर्ष करते रहेंगे. ये वही शख्स याद रखिएगा जिसने की भाजपा के नाक में दम कर दिया, जिसने की मणिपुर के ऊपर माननीय मोदी सवाल पूछा, औरतों को नग्न घुमाया गया मणिपुर के अंदर, वो सवाल का जवाब नहीं दे पाए. आज मणिपुर जल रहा है, संजय सिंह ने आवाज उठाई, उसी का परिणाम ये है.
Reaction coming out there, they're not leaving any stone unturned. Brijesh, it seems like every time any Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson leader is coming to the mic, it's only a report card of what the Prime Minister hasn't been able to do.
Well, yes, and they're pretty aggressive about it, because they have been talking about the misuse of the ED, how ED is acting at the behest of the centre. All these kind of allegations have been very vociferously being levelled by Aam Aadmi Party, and I think the entire area right now, because we have been in situation like these several times. I think the entire area would be choco-block with 2 people, 3. Police, CRPF, reporter, cameraman, and Aam Aadmi Party leader and supporter. The entire area would have been choco-block. I guess, barricades must have also been installed, 100 meters away, so that to ensure that people or Aam Aadmi Party supporters don't throng to the venue.
They have cordoned off the entire area with the rope.
Cordoned off the entire area to keep the media as well as
little bit of pushing and shoving also that's happening. This scene could any time turn ugly as well, Brijesh.
Well, absolutely. I mean, all these supporters would want to demonstrate their protest and their anger against their leader being being arrested. And I think any time now Sanjay Singh is going to come out, and Sanjay Singh will be taken to the Enforcement Directorate office. And
is he inside the car?
Looks like that.
Could be inside the car. It seems like the arrest has happened. This is Sanjay Singh leaving the residence. All right then. A lot of police presence for this particular arrest. It seems like the police is going to escort that car for as long as it can. And the supporters of the Aam Aadmi Party as well, staging that protest. It almost seemed like they could foresee what was going to happen towards the end of the day.
Well, it looks like that only. It looks like that only, Kabir, because what is very interesting is that it's not like that what has happened is something which must not have crossed the mind of the senior Aam Aadmi Party leader. And there's a massive deployment of police and paramilitary forces at the residence of Sanjay Singh. As I said, the entire place would be chock-a-block with reporters, cameramen, police, Aam Aadmi Party supporter. So it's going to be a very action-packed week, as far as this particular week is concerned, as far as this liquor scam is concerned, because Aam Aadmi, the Enforcement Directorate will produce him in the court by tomorrow to seek his custody,
right,
as is the legal procedure. The Aam Aadmi Party is going to respond in kind and content by holding press conferences accusing Bharatiya Janata Party. The BJP would also would want to extract maximum political mileage because they say that this particular case takes away the sheen of honesty from Arvind Kejriwal. So it's going to be a power-packed tomorrow, as far as...
En route, ED office, Sanjay Singh, who has been arrested by the Enforcement Directorate. Traffic advisories must also have been put in place because you never know what's going to happen in the central Delhi area.
I think the cars and there would be a cavalcade of security and all, because they know that Sanjay Singh is a high-profile political person, and given the kind of the fact that their government is in the power, or him being a high-profile, the police and the ED would not want to take any chance, or that is the reason why they would be accompanied by several Aam Aadmi Party supporters, but also by police personnel to make sure that nothing goes awry as far as his security is concerned.
Another important statement that came out from the Aam Aadmi Party leader, who was just talking to the media, was saying that this is frustration of the Bharatiya Janata Party. The Bharatiya Janata Party is losing the losing to the INDI alliance. They are losing 2024 polls, which is why all of this is coming out in the shape of arrests, which is nothing but frustration of the Bharatiya Janata Party. How much of a weightage does this statement have in today's time? Because we've seen a lot of opposition leaders from the poll-bound state of Madhya Pradesh, from the poll-bound state of Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan, saying that it's a given that Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh are coming back to the Congress party. Madhya Pradesh also going away from the Bharatiya Janata Party.
Well, I think it is going to be a very interesting week, as I said, Kabir. Why is because I think in another 3-4 days, 2-3 days, I guess, Trinamool Congress number 2, Abhishek Banerjee, is supposed to come to Delhi, and 2 days later his wife is supposed to come to Delhi to meet ED. He was supposed to meet, supposed to join ED join for investigation today only, but he did not because of a rally or political engagements which was there in the national capital itself. So I think we are going to see a politically heavily surcharged political atmosphere in the next week, 10 days, because there's a dragnet, there's a sword of arrest also looming large over Abhishek Banerjee as well. And going by the fact that the kind of aggression which was displayed by Trinamool Congress yesterday, we saw Mahua Mohitra there, a high profile police taking them away, though not in a very dignified fashion, but police taking them away, and so it's going to be a very politically surcharged next week, 10 days for sure.
I'm just saying, after Sanjay Singh, after Abhishek Banerjee and these latest developments, न जाने रणबीर कपूर के बारे में भी कोई सोच रहा है इस समय कि नहीं, because he has also been summoned by the Enforcement Directorate in related case. But not digressing further, ladies and gentlemen, these are visuals that you're seeing. Sanjay Singh was inside that car when the Enforcement Directorate has arrested the Aam Aadmi Party Rajya Sabha member of Parliament, and he's on his way. Take a look at that. Take a look at that, Brijesh. Sanjay Singh standing up, waving up to the crowd as well. This is exactly what happened ahead of Manish Sisodia's arrest as well. People kept on talking for the longest time that, and you rightly said that it did not dent their electoral ambition one bit. Some more reactions that we have whilst you're looking at these visuals. Some more reactions from across party lines, some BJP ministers as well, members of parliament. Listen in to what the latest reactions tell us. Sticking on to these visuals for some more time. Take a look at the Aam Aadmi Party leaders delaying the arrest as much as possible, and then Sanjay Singh standing up on the edge of the car, waving to the huge sea of supporters of the Aam Aadmi Party, waving to them almost as if like a fallen hero, Vijay.
Well, of course, I mean, he's a very aggressive, he's a leader who's liked by his constituents, and the fact is also that that they have been able to dislodge BJP for almost 10 years now, as far as Delhi is concerned.
Taking the fight to them.
Taking the fight to them, and making sure that they are number one as far as the assembly election is concerned. Lok Sabha, BJP has returned back the favor, but in Vidhan Sabha, in the state election, they have not,
and the municipal
they have
polls.
not defeated. They have decimated BJP. 67-3, 63-7 is definitely not a figures which augurs well, or which speaks volumes about the BJP's stranglehold, despite them experimenting a lot, getting one Delhi chief after another, Manoj Tiwari and others, but somehow they could never dislodge the Aam Aadmi Party. So he has his fair share of admirers within the Aam Aadmi Party, and I think now the entire party would be they would have to, they will be adopting a very aggressive stand against the arrest, because now they know that the sword of the arrest can reach any leader, howsoever senior that might be.
Another thing that's crossing my mind right now is what must be going on in the mind of Arvind Kejriwal right now. He must be in a huddle with his top ministers at the moment, looking at all these visuals himself, getting a minute-by-minute update. Maybe better than us at this point in time. After all, it's Sanjay Singh who's been arrested.
Any given time, I mean, majority of these people who are here, they would be, relaying what all is happening here to the party high command. And the party would be, in fact, also talking to the legal eagles as well about, trying to approach the court for bail or any potential relief which they could. But going by the arrest and all which has happened till now, it's highly unlikely that Sanjay Singh will get any kind of relief, in the court. But it will be very interesting to see,
Bridges, sorry to cut you short. I'm being told that we may have a reaction coming from Sanjay Singh's family, one of the family members. Let's quickly cut across.
नहीं मिला था. Since they were told you have to arrest, they done the job. आपकी बातचीत हुई होगी संजय सिंह से? हाँ, मैंने कहा तुम जाओ तुम्हारे साथ फॉलोअर्स हैं, घबराना नहीं. और इसके पॉजिटिव रिजल्ट आएंगे, या मीडिया को भी मैं बता दे रहा हूँ, पॉजिटिव रिजल्ट आएगा. जी हाँ, बिल्कुल आएगा. और अगर नहीं आया तो हमसे मिल लीजिएगा, आ जाएगा तो मैं आपसे मिलूंगा. किस तरह की पॉजिटिव रिजल्ट की आपको? सत्ता परिवर्तन होगा. और कौन?
Well, visuals of Sanjay Singh waving to the crowd, a fresher set of visuals from inside.
These are the visuals which has been sent by our reporter who's there, who's virtually...
Good job, because I'll tell you what, nothing less than a stampede-like situation.
Exclusive. Oh, absolutely. You have to, understand the kind of effort which has been put there by the reporter concerned,
absolutely,
by the cameraman who were there. There must be at least, 50 people at least pushing them, not only policemen, their fellow reporters also, because everybody wants to get the shot of the day. And in middle of this, he has done a very terrific job. If I may, he has done a very terrific job. And you can see Sanjay Singh, exclusive visuals of him waving inside, putting up a defiant picture, a defiant pose against the arrest that has taken place.
Manish Sisodia, every time I remember when they got arrested, they had a smile on their face as well. And these are
politicians,
of course, optics. I understand.
Kabir, irrespective of the kind of hurt they would feel, irrespective of the situation they would be in, the smile has never, the smile can never leave the face, because if the second you say that you are petrified, then there is no end down that slippery rope. So you have to put up a courageous.
They have been invoking the right kind of, sentiments. Arvind Kejriwal, when he's going to speak to the camera, let me tell you, he's going to have Bhimrao Ambedkar and Bhagat Singh's photograph right behind him. A constant comparison between what's happening with Satyendra Jain, Manish Sisodia, to what happened with Bhagat Singh, and how all these people are actually working for the betterment of the nation. Meanwhile, those reactions that I had told you about, let's listen into those reactions. Reaction coming across from the Delhi Congress as well.
कांग्रेस किसी इरेगुलरिटी को सपोर्ट नहीं करती है. जो शराब घोटाले में दोषी हैं उनके खिलाफ कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए, लेकिन एजेंसीज का मिसयूज भी नहीं होना चाहिए कि अपने पॉलिटिकल हिट साधने के लिए सरकारें एजेंसीज का मिसयूज करें. जो आप मुझे बता रहे हैं कि ये कहा जा रहा है कि क्योंकि उन्होंने कॉपरेट नहीं करा था इसलिए अरेस्ट कर लिया। तो मैं समझता हूँ कि आज ही सुप्रीम कोर्ट का ऑर्डर आया है कि इस बेसिस पे अरेस्ट नहीं कर सकते। अगर वो दोषी हैं और उनकी इन्वॉल्वमेंट है तो जरूर अरेस्ट करना चाहिए। और अगर खाली इसी बेस पे अरेस्ट किया जा रहा है कि कॉपरेट नहीं किया जा रहा, तो ये एजेंसीज का मिसयूज है।
लीजिए बताइए. You have the Delhi Congress also now. Exactly one of those points that I would picked up.
No. But it's a very interesting statement, Kabir. You know, the first half of the statement says that anybody who has done corruption should be there, because it's an open secret that there is no love lost between the Delhi Congress and Aam Aadmi Party, because Aam Aadmi Party has kind of captured the political space which was there of the Congress Party, and Ajay Makan, the newly appointed treasurer. Or Sandeep Dikshit, son of CM Sheila Dikshit, who had been she has been at the receiving end of Aam Aadmi Party's campaign. They were very vocal about the fact that that the Congress Party should not tie up with the Aam Aadmi Party. So it's a very smartly given statement, with the first half conveys that yes, we know that what has happened,
facts are facts,
but the ED should not have done that. So it's not that there's any love lost between the two. So I think the many Congress leaders privately would be happy to see the Aam Aadmi Party where it is.
What today. All can an alliance make you do and say? I'm just waiting for Rahul Gandhi's tweet. How soon will he tweet?
Must be coming. The tweet must be coming, because as I have said in several of political shows which we do here to analyze the situation. I have always said that in 2024 general election, Kabir, ED is going to be the biggest unifier, more than any ideology which these political parties talk about. Because you look at any political parties, their top bigwigs are at the crosshairs of the Enforcement Directorate. So that scene is not going anywhere now.
Sanjay Singh's father, and we just heard him, Brijesh, he says that we've said that we are going to cooperate with the agency. I told Sanjay Singh not to worry. I think they did not find any base to arrest him, but since the ED officials were told to arrest him, they arrested him. So yes, there is weightage to your point that it might be the single largest unifier of the opposition ahead of the 2024 polls.
I'm telling you, because if you look at the fact that Mamata Banerjee, Abhishek Banerjee is being probed by the Enforcement Directorate. Same is the case with Aam Aadmi Party. Same is the case with almost the CBI ED, Lalu Prasad Yadav and others. So majority K Kavita, daughter of KCR, and Senthil Balaji, DMK in Tamil Nadu. So you name the state, they have one of their two bigwigs in the kitty. So I think one of the biggest unifier is going to be how they want to react against the cases which have been put forward by the Enforcement Directorate. More effective than any ideology.
Well, another morning, another raid, and another raid that has led to another arrest in the by the Enforcement Directorate in the liquor policy case here in the national capital. It's Sanjay Singh who has been arrested by the Enforcement Directorate, ladies and gentlemen. This is the third arrest in the Delhi liquor policy and the third top leader of the Aam Aadmi Party that is behind bars in various cases, most of them PMLA cases, which is why getting a bail becomes a huge task. Manish Sisodia to the right sides of your screens, as you can see, Satyendra Jain in the middle, and now you have Sanjay Singh. What a trio, what a trio. I mean, the Aam Aadmi Party can galvanize on this also, on that fallen hero sentiment. They could pick up on that.
Of course they will. There's, see, a political party and someone has, a nimble-footed party as Aam Aadmi Party. I think they are going to deploy every trick of the trade to ensure that a correct message goes about, what the kind of messaging they would want to send to their people. So there's no denying that.
All right, then let's quickly listen in to the reaction of Sanjay Singh's father. We will play that out for you real quickly. Meanwhile, to the left side of your screen, what you can see is the exact precise moment when Sanjay Singh was pushed inside the car. He was arrested, but before that, he did take time to stand on the ledge right there, as you can see, to wave to the sea of Aam Aadmi Party supporters right outside his residence. A lot of clamour, cacophony from police to media personnel all over there. Meanwhile, Brijesh, reaction of Sanjay Singh's wife, is let's quickly cut across and listen into her.
किया, घर की छानबीन करा, उनको कुछ नहीं मिला है और सारे कागज पत्तर भी देख लिया, कंप्यूटर देख लिया, सारे जगह मतलब देख लिया, कहीं कुछ नहीं मिला है। वो थोड़ी बदतमीजी करे हैं, लेकिन मैं ये चाहती हूँ कि उनके ऊपर दबाव था कि संजय सिंह को गिरफ्तार करना है और गिरफ्तार करके ले गए। ऊपर से ईडी, अडानी, अंबानी जो भी है तो प्रेशर है ना ऊपर से कि संजय सिंह को जेल में डालना है, तो उन्होंने किया। वो हमारा कोई आधार नहीं बताया। नहीं, उन्होंने कहा तुम एक बहादुर पत्नी हो, बहादुर पति की पत्नी हो, इसलिए तुम हिम्मत मत मारना। मैं उनके साथ हूँ, हमारे बच्चे साथ है, मेरा परिवार साथ है, इसलिए मैं उनको शुभकामना देती हूँ कि तुम हमेशा संघर्ष करो, हम तुम्हारे साथ। नहीं, ये डबडबा नहीं रही है, ठीक है। अब इमोशनल तो होता है, एक घर से पति जा रहा है और मतलब झूठे केस में जा रहा है, तो थोड़ा सा तो कष्ट होता है।
Emotional sentiment, the emotional quotient is really running high, isn't it, Brijesh? आपकी आंखें डबडबा रही हैं, आप बहादुर पत्नी हूँ, एक बहादुर पति की. The wife is also, clearly coming out and saying, Mrs. Singh is saying, calling out Adani, Ambani as well.
Well, I mean, it is natural. Usually, when you are a politician, nobody is used to having this much posse of policemen at their door, and with the husband being taken away, and the fact is that the example of Manish Sisodia and Satyen Jain before you honestly don't know, when your husband is going to come back. It can be tomorrow, it can be 1 year down the line. So, I mean, tears swelling up in the eyes is a genuine reaction of a wife, and because she knows that time onwards is going to be a bit tough for the family. So that's a genuine reaction and a genuine outburst against the arrest of her husband.
I know I'm repeating myself here, but there was a semi-corroboration between the father's statement and Sanjay Singh's wife's statement, both saying the same thing, similar aspects, that they did a lot of search. There was a lot of operation that was carried out, computer खोल दिए, अलमारियां खगोल दी, परंतु कुछ मिला नहीं, which is something that the Aam Aadmi Party has been saying for the longest time.
The fact is that we don't know what kind of documents those people were searching for. We don't know what kind of documents those ED officials found. So I think, it will be mere speculation on my part to say that that they were looking for this and they found this. So I think we'll have to wait for some time. Tomorrow he's going to be produced in the court, and the court there, they have to tell the court that that this has been found, or this is the kind of action they have to take, or interrogation has to be done so as to further unfold the involvement of other leaders behind this case. So they would seek custody, and based on my years of experience covering ED and CBI, I think the ED is going to get Sanjay Singh's custody for sure.
At least
barring
for the
any
initial
miracle.
phase. At least for the 100%
initial phase. For the initial phase.
And even as we sort of wrap up this discussion, Brijesh, and we're looking at these visuals of Sanjay Singh in that car going to the ED office. Another interesting point that was put across by
we have been told by our reporter that Sanjay Singh has reached ED office.
He has reached ED office. Saurabh Bhardwaj currently holding a press conference.
ज्यादातर राज्यों में भारतीय जनता पार्टी हार रही है। वो चैनल्स जो भारतीय जनता पार्टी की मदद भी करते थे, वे भी अपने ओपिनियन पोल में ज्यादा मदद नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, क्योंकि ग्राउंड पे स्थिति बहुत खराब है। महिला आरक्षण करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, गैस सिलेंडर सस्ता करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। कल भारत के जाने माने बड़े बड़े पत्रकार जो बेखौफ निडर होके जनता के सवाल केंद्र सरकार से करते हैं, उनके घरों पे छापे मारे गए, उनको पुलिस थाने ले जाया गया, सुबह से शाम तक पूछताछ की गई, उनको देशद्रोही बताने की कोशिश की, और आज भारतीय संसद में लोगों की सबसे मजबूत आवाज संजय सिंह जी को जिस तरीके से बिना किसी सबूत, बिना किसी ठोस कारण गिरफ्तार किया गया है, ये बात साबित होती है कि प्रधानमंत्री जी जानते हैं कि प्रधानमंत्री जी चुनाव हार रहे हैं और निराशा है, हार का डर है, बौखलाहट है, डेस्परेशन है, जिसमें अब इस तरीके के उलझुल काम केंद्र सरकार केंद्रीय एजेंसियों से करा रही है। और हर एक सरकार जो तानाशाही की तरफ बढ़ती है उसके लक्षण होते हैं कि जब सत्ता जा रही होती है तो इस तरीके के कारनामे सामने आते हैं और इसकी वजह से सत्ता बची किसी की नहीं है। इसकी वजह से सत्ता और तेजी से हाथ से फिसलती चली जाती है। और आप देखेंगे, आप इस प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस को याद करिएगा, 2024 के चुनाव के बाद इस प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस को मैं दोबारा से ट्वीट करूंगा कि ये जो बौखलाहट थी, इससे भी भारतीय जनता पार्टी का कोई फायदा नहीं हुआ। मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा, आतिशी जी जो है अपनी बात रखेंगे, उसके बाद प्रियंका जी।
पिछले 15 महीने से भारतीय जनता पार्टी की केंद्र सरकार, उनकी सारी एजेंसीज, उस एजेंसीज के सैकड़ों अफसर सिर्फ एक काम में लगे हुए हैं कि किसी तरह से इस तथाकथित शराब घोटाले में उन्हें 1 रुपए के भ्रष्टाचार का सबूत मिल जाए आम आदमी पार्टी के खिलाफ। लेकिन 1 साल की इन्वेस्टिगेशन के बाद, एक ऐसी इन्वेस्टिगेशन जिसमें सैकड़ों अफसर ईडी के काम कर रहे हैं, सैकड़ों अफसर सीबीआई के काम कर रहे हैं, अपने बाकी सारे इन्वेस्टिगेशंस छोड़ के सारी टीमें इस तथाकथित शराब घोटाले पे लगी हुई हैं। लेकिन 15 महीने के बाद भी 1 रुपए के भ्रष्टाचार का सबूत भारतीय जनता पार्टी की एक भी एजेंसी देश के सामने नहीं रख पाई है। आज जो संजय सिंह जी को गिरफ्तार किया है, वो गिरफ्तारी भी बिना किसी सबूत के आज की गई है। ये गिरफ्तारी क्यों हुई है संजय सिंह जी की? इसलिए नहीं कि कोई सबूत है, इसलिए नहीं कि कोई शराब घोटाला हुआ है, इसलिए नहीं कि 1 पैसे का भी भ्रष्टाचार का खुलासा कर पाई है ईडी और सीबीआई। आज संजय सिंह जी का अरेस्ट सिर्फ इसलिए हुआ है क्योंकि भारतीय जनता पार्टी को और प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी को अपने खिलाफ आवाज उठाने वालों से डर लगता है, आम आदमी पार्टी से डर लगता है, संजय सिंह से डर लगता है। हम ये देख रहे हैं कि केंद्र सरकार की जो ये बौखलाहट है, जो ये हार की बौखलाहट है, अब इस प्रकार की तानाशाही के रूप में सामने आ रही है। हमने कल ही देखा कि देश के जाने माने पत्रकारों के घर पर रेड हुई, उनको डिटेन किया गया, उनके फोन ले लिए गए, उनके लैपटॉप ले लिए गए। क्यों? क्योंकि वो प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के खिलाफ आवाज उठाते हैं। कल शाम को हमने देखा कि किस तरह से टीएमसी के सांसद जब कृषि भवन गए, कृषि मंत्री से मिलने की कोशिश करी, किसानों की आवाज उठाने की कोशिश करी, तो टीएमसी के सांसदों को किस तरह से घसीट घसीट कर पुलिस ने कृषि भवन से बाहर निकाला। आज हमने देखा कि आज सुबह ही संजय सिंह जी के घर पहुंच गए और 8 घंटे तक ईडी संजय सिंह जी के घर में बैठी रही। एक घर जिसमें मात्र 4 कमरे हैं, उन्हें पूरी अपनी छानबीन करने में भी 1 घंटे से ज्यादा समय नहीं लगता। 4 कमरे के घर में रहते हैं संजय सिंह जी। लेकिन ये पहले से एक प्री प्लान्ड स्क्रिप्ट था कि जाएंगे, 8 घंटे बैठेंगे और फिर कहेंगे कि 8 घंटे की पूछताछ के बाद संजय सिंह जी की गिरफ्तारी कर ली। ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी की हार की बौखलाहट को दिखा रहा है। ये प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी की हार की बौखलाहट को दिखा रहा है। आज उनको भी पता है कि चाहे आने वाले 4 राज्यों के चुनाव हो, चाहे 2024 का लोकसभा का चुनाव हो, देश की जनता ने अब भारतीय जनता पार्टी को बाहर फेंकने का मन बना लिया है। और जब भी कोई तानाशाही की सरकार देखती है कि उनका समय आ गया है, तो उसके बाद यही सिलसिला शुरू होता है कि जो उनके खिलाफ आवाज उठाएगा उसको जेल में डाल दिया जाएगा। और यही सिलसिला आज भारत में शुरू हो गया है कि चाहे पत्रकार हो, चाहे विपक्ष के नेता हो, उनको एक एक करके चुप करने की कोशिश की जा रही है। लेकिन मैं प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी को बताना चाहती हूं कि हम आम आदमी पार्टी के अरविंद केजरीवाल के सिपाही हैं। हम आपकी इन धमकियों से डरने वाले नहीं हैं। आप चाहे आम आदमी पार्टी के हर नेता को जेल भेज दो, आप चाहे हमें फांसी पे टांग दो, लेकिन आम आदमी पार्टी का हर एक कार्यकर्ता, हर एक विधायक, हर एक सांसद, हर एक नेता इस देश के संविधान को बचाने के लिए लड़ता रहेगा। आपने एक मनीष सिसोदिया को जेल में भेजा, 100 मनीष सिसोदिया खड़े हो गए हैं उनकी जगह लड़ने के लिए। आप एक संजय सिंह को जेल भेजेंगे संविधान को बचाने के लिए, 1000 संजय सिंह खड़े होंगे जो इस देश के दबे कुचले लोगों की आवाज उठाएंगे। और इतिहास गवाह है कि हर तानाशाह का अंत इसी तरह हुआ है कि जब उन्होंने अपने विरोधियों की, विपक्षियों की आवाज को दबाने की कोशिश की है, वहीं से उनके अंत की शुरुआत हुई है। और आज जो संजय सिंह जी की गिरफ्तारी हुई है, यह भी भारतीय जनता पार्टी की और उनकी सरकार के अंत की शुरुआत है। प्रियंका जी।
अरविंद केजरीवाल जी और उनका एक एक सिपाही कट्टर ईमानदार है। ये बात सच है कि संजय सिंह जी सड़क से लेकर संसद तक बहुत मुखर होकर मोदी सरकार की
Well, so the Aam Aadmi Party has essentially held that press conference, targeted the Bharatiya Janata Party and the Union Central Government for using these central agencies to carry out their political witch hunt. On the other hand, the Bharatiya Janata Party has been saying that the investigation has been going on for the longest time and the truth will finally prevail in the liquor policy case. A policy that was administered but scrapped back in 2021. Alleged kickbacks that all these distilleries and the liquor mafia got from that particular policy. It is the third arrest in this particular case after Vijay Nair and Manish Sisodia, and the third arrest of an Aam Aadmi Party leader, a top Aam Aadmi Party leader after Satyendra Jain, Manish Sisodia. It is now Sanjay Singh, the Rajya Sabha Member of Parliament of the Aam Aadmi Party, that has been arrested. Political chess pieces moving as if it were a game of blitz, ladies and gentlemen, in the run-up to the 4 assembly elections and later on the general elections of 2024. Satyendra Jain, Manish Sisodia and now Sanjay Singh has been arrested by the Enforcement Directorate. A statement, an official statement that's going to come soon. What's going to happen next? Well, News9's ears and eyes are going to continue to catch all the developments.
He thought he could outlast us. And 1 year later, the evidence is right here in this room.
Who will blink first?
So far from preventing the expansion of NATO, Russian actions have actually resulted in the expansion of NATO.
It's a mess for Russia and it's a mess for the Western world, for NATO and the United States.
Putin is a dictator, and if he loses, that means the end of his regime, and probably of him personally. So he has to keep going.
Year 2, no end in sight. Streaming now.
Delhi has the fastest growing metro network among G20 nations. From 6 stations in 2002, it today has 286 stations. Reliability, cleanliness and affordability have set the template for other Indian metros. The architect of this modern-day world-class marvel is E. Sridharan. Watch the extraordinary life of Metroman E. Sridharan streaming now on News9 Plus. Download now.
ChatGPT. It can generate codes and human-like responses through text, write stories, and do a lot more.
I work in a newsroom with anchors, researchers and scriptwriters, graphic artists, producers, video editors, camera crew. But does a newsroom really need them today?
All of us have to think about unique and distinctive value addition that cannot be automated or repeated or replaced by a machine.
ChatGPT may kill many companies. A human has to be in the loop with an ability to control this.
Dark Side of the Boom. Streaming now.
In 2019,